Right. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh my God, we're doing something totally different today, and I'm excited. Welcome to the Coffee and Collaborations podcast, live here in Garner, North Carolina, at the Imperfectly Flawed Community Center with the owner, Dion Selby. I've been meaning to get over here for a long time, so thank you for opening the doors,
yes, most
Dion.
definitely.
You want to say hello?
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Yes, and so Dion is a new brick and mortar business owner, but she's been a business owner forever, and I wanted to tell you more about Imperfectly Flawed Community Center, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about collaboration. But we have to highlight this beautiful space, and you should have been able to see it. If not, you'll see it after the video here. But I want you to be able to see a little bit of what's available to you when you come and rent out space at this facility. But there's so much that you have going on, and I'm sure more in the vision for the future. So I'm going to give you the floor to kind of talk about that.
Okay, yeah. Perfectly Flawed Community Center, guys. You can catch us on Google. You can Google our page on Perfectly Flawed Community Center on Google. You can also follow me on Facebook, Perfectly Flawed Life Coaching Services, and you can also connect with me, just Dion Selby. I'm also on IG. I'm not very active on there, but IG is I_am_perfectly flawed. But we basically provide all types of startup services for the community. So some of those services that we do are an after school program, because we're all about teaching and providing lessons of value to the youth for the community. We also have a summer camp, which we're running right now.
Yes.
And we also have Zumba classes, because we're about adding value to the community. So you have a place where you can come and work out. Zumba classes are a lot of fun. And we also have a Herbalife vendor that's here providing Herbalife shakes, teas, and smoothies. We have teeth whitening, and we have microblading, and we also have a space for the community to rent out for parties, for small parties, small events, and small workshops.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing here.
I was thinking, so as you were talking about the various vendors that you have here, so they're basically like renting a space from you.
Correct.
And you're working together to all build the brand of Perfectly Flawed Community Center, but they have their own businesses.
Correct.
And that leads me to how important, as you guys know, this show is about collaboration. And so how important collaboration is, and how did you meet those people? Were they friends? Were they your warm market, or people that just saw the community center and came in?
All of the above, actually. One of them is actually one of my clients, one of my business clients that I was coaching. Another one of our vendors actually found us on Google.
Nice.
And then another one of our vendors was a referral.
Okay.
So you know, all of those means of being able to connect and collaborate.
Yeah. Now, for them to be able to find you through Google, to find you through social media or whatever means, do you have somebody that you're partnering with to do those things for you, like to get your SEO up with Google, to people who have said, I'm referring the mess out of your location? Or how is that happening as far as those connections? Because the reason I'm asking,
I wish, actually.
Go ahead.
I can't afford it right now, you know. So I'm trying to keep all of my. I'm also a financial and business coach as well, so I'm keeping all of my in-house expenses very low. So as far as actually having someone that's doing all that, no, I don't. I'm doing all of it myself. So as far as getting up the brand on Google, getting up the getting the exposure out for the information to be shared, because I have a huge supportive following on Facebook, and I am so grateful, because I put something out there and people have shared and shared and shared, and it's definitely worked in providing a great return back to the business. So that's how it's been working.
And so that is I'm glad you said that exactly how you said it, because the reason for this sort of a show and the reason why I wanted to go live, so I need to draw attention to the fact that we are live, because this show has only been in audio. And so I want to draw attention to that, because we want to come to facilities to be able to give them that exposure. So somebody may call and say, well, I would love to partner with you. You know how collaboration works.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
like, I would
exactly how it
love
works.
to partner with you because you can help me with my brand while I help you with your brand, and maybe they'd be able to provide some of those things that you need in the marketing and branding space that you don't have to do yourself. So if there's someone out there, give them the number here or how to contact you for that purpose.
Yeah, you can contact me. Our number directly is 919-578-7157. Our website is IamPerfectlyFlawed.com, or you can email me perfectlyflawedinquiry@gmail.com.
Yeah, and so I want to talk a little bit about the vision. So I remember following you on Facebook, right, and seeing how excited you were about this community center coming. And what was that excitement from? Like, what was the passion behind that story?
The passion behind that is really just me being a natural motivator. I've always just had that natural ability of encouraging people and motivating them and inspiring them just by my own moves. I've just always heard that as a child, like, and as a friend and as a coworker, you're just always so positive. You're always so inspirational.
Yeah.
You know, so that's always been like a norm, like a natural gift of mine, but I never really, I guess, embraced it until I realized that I wanted to try to, you know, make a profession out of it. So a friend of mine had actually had suggested to be a life coach, and I was like, what is a life coach? And so, you know, she got me interested in it, so I did more research, found out about life coaching, the actual program, the certification behind it. And as the more I did the research, I realized that it was actually an industry. It was actually a profession of, like, literally making this a business of helping others, which I just naturally did. And then that was really the inspiration and the passion behind making it into a business. Now, the branding aspect of it came from my husband, because he's also an entrepreneur as well.
Nice.
So he gave me the idea of branding. And so when I came up with the idea of Perfectly Flawed, it became a brand because I learned the branding aspect from him.
Nice. And so that's a vision that started. So we see the fruit of something that started years ago from a connection, a friend who had observed something that was amazing about you that ended up being your purpose, led to a passion, which led to this. And I know you have a big vision for the space here. So are you doing your coaching out of this space?
I am. I have my office back there. It's not completely all put together yet. But I do have my office in the back, and I do meet and have one-on-one business sessions and also personal sessions.
Nice. And so somebody, if they want that, is it the same number? If they want coaching, it's the same information to get that. All right. So you guys already have that. And one of the things that I really loved about Dion when I first met her is she does have a very warm spirit, and when you walk in here, you feel it. You feel like a warmth. It's no cold. You know, sometimes when you walk into community centers, it can feel very cold, and so I love that.
Okay,
that transfers.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, but that transfers, which is important. I believe ambiance and what you put out is truly important. And so now you can give back to the community in a whole new way by having this space. So you can actually expand.
Right, and just kind of make your mark.
Yeah.
You know, like, if that's my personality, I now want to be able to share that with the community as well.
Yeah, I love that. I grew up in Garner.
You know, a lot of people, like, are very well connected in this area, so I'm not surprised to hear that.
Yeah, I grew up in Garner, and of course this wasn't here. And so to ride by, I was telling you, I rode by a couple weeks ago because I've been meaning to come. She had an amazing grand opening and a couple other events, and I said, oh, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna try to make it, and I just haven't been able to, so I'm glad to be here. But I happened to ride by like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, there it is. And it just gave me this excitement. And we have talked about collaboration ourselves and being able to do some things together, because especially we're both in finance. We both are in personal development. She is a life coach. And so I look forward to that. And so before we close out, I really want to talk about networking. Is there a networking opportunity for people who want to do networking events and things like that, for them to use your space? And do you have any sort of networking events coming up?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, my vision is for this to be a space for the community. So we absolutely have the space available for any type of small gatherings that you're looking at doing, whether it be a party or an event or a workshop, but specifically networking events, we are absolutely open to. You can come in and set up a networking event if you'd like. We are really big on teaching the community, so any type of topics or themes that you like to work into your event, you can definitely do that here. And we've actually had a really great number of events so far that have already done events here as well, like about meal prepping, and we have one coming up for dry needling and Reiki and physical therapist that's going to be here on Sunday. So we're absolutely, I mean, we're welcoming people in to use the facility for networking. So for sure.
Awesome. Well, how can we support you further?
Well, we have a major back to school event coming up. August 25th. So we are definitely asking for donations for backpacks and supplies. So that would actually be a really big help right now. Any cash donations you can also send to our Cash App, which is $ Dion Selby, or you can send it to PayPal, perfectlyflawedinquiry@gmail. You can definitely come to the center, drop off your donations here, and come support on the 25th, because we're just excited about this being this is our third annual back to school event, but this is our first time doing it here at the center. So we're really excited about that. So just come and join us. Right. Awesome. So any last words as we wrap up? No last words. Thank you so much for doing this with us. And we're just excited to be here in the community. Yeah, we're excited to have you. And so I want to make a joke really quickly. Well, we were laughing about the fact that the show is called Coffee and Collaborations, and we don't have we don't have any coffee. So we just imagine that we have our coffee, and next time we'll make sure to represent that portion of the show a little better. But coffee and collaboration is not about a physical cup. It is absolutely about the opportunity to just sit down one-on-one across from another human being and talk about how you can work together. What skill set does Dion have that I don't have? And what skill set do I have that she may not have, that we could partner up and be able to be an asset to each other? And that's what it's about. And with, so many digital opportunities and digital media and all that stuff now, I don't knock it at all. I love it. But it sometimes takes us away from that very personal connection. And so this show is just about getting back to those personal connections. And so it's been a pleasure to actually go to the next level and be live here, and for Perfectly Flawed Community Center to welcome us as the first opportunity for Coffee and Collaborations to do a live podcast. And so thanks again. Thank you. Thanks again. Make sure you guys follow us at www.coffeeandcollaborations.com. We're also on Instagram and Facebook, and you can listen to the previous shows. Catch this show. It'll launch every Monday, 7 a.m., but be able to be replayed over and over and shared and over again. So please do support us. We're really trying to make a difference ourselves in the community. And if we can come out and support you, reach out to us. Once again, www.coffeeandcollaborations.com. And you can email us at info@coffeeandcollaborations.com. I'm Kimberly Winborn of Kimberly Winborn LLC and Coffee and Collaborations. Make sure to make it a great, great, great week by being a light, being authentic to who you are, and being okay with being perfectly flawed. All right, thanks for joining us.